Have you ever fallen in love with someone who was just supposed to be your friend? I have. That was pretty much the bulk of my high school experience. Seeing someone I liked, enjoying my interactions with them, becoming friends, and then getting stuck in that space of the friend zone. I'm assuming that's more common with men than it is with women, but who knows? If you guys in the comments can tell me. I was under the impression, as I think many of us are when we're younger, is if I am kind and caring, then that would have me be a suitable person to date. And we obviously have chemistry, so it should be obvious that we would date and maybe be boyfriend and girlfriend. That's what I thought, at least. That wasn't the case. For years and years and years, no girlfriend. I didn't have my first girlfriend until I was in university. I didn't lose my virginity until I was in university. And that wasn't my goal. Those were not my goals. That's just how it all played out. What I learned in university, and this is, I think, the problem of so many of our relationship lessons, is we often have good intentions at the beginning. You know, we haven't been hurt yet, we haven't been beat down, and then it doesn't work, and we overcorrect. So as the recovering nice guy, I overcorrected to become an asshole. I don't mean like I was just rude to people, but I stopped doing the caring things that I was doing before. I stopped looking out so much for people and took longer times to respond to messages and was less and less available. And lo and behold, it worked. I was more in demand. More people were interested in dating me and being with me. And it almost kind of pissed me off because I was like, why can't you just like me without me having to do this show? I am liking the attention you're giving me, so I'm going to keep it up because I don't want to go back to what I was doing before, being the king of the friend zone. But I didn't like that this was the alternative. Now, I guess this is, life lessons. This is part of learning through life. So as I, moved through life and university and, wanted to get out of this basically game of cat and mouse, this is when I started personal development and learned the journey of real confidence. Being elusive with people and avoiding them and keeping the mystery alive is not confidence. It's actually fear. It's a fear of vulnerability. Didn't really understand that and take it on until later. And then I discovered the sweet spot. And the sweet spot is not being nice because I'm trying to get you to like me. Being kind because it's a value of mine. And if you like it, great. And if you don't, that's fine too. This is where security comes in, being secure. It also allows for a space of mystery and playfulness, really playfulness, in such a way that builds chemistry. And that became such a great place to be in relationship with my now wife. Like that's what our relationship is like. And it's wonderful. But it took so long to get here. It took so long to develop the skills of real self-esteem and security and confidence and communication. Because me, and probably like you as well, we learned from failure and we overcompensated. So the whole time we're in our head. We're so worried about what's going to happen that we're calculating and analyzing, and it's so exhausting. I think that's why people are frustrated with dating and maybe even relationships right now, is there isn't this free flow of playfulness. But the problem is we're not looking at where we're inhibited. Like, why is it that I'm not free flowing in my conversations? Why is it that I have to think about what I'm going to say before I say it? Why is it that I have to analyze a person when I go over a date with them because they could be toxic or horrible or whatever? Why can't I just be with someone and take it in stride moment by moment? Because we overcorrect. We're so in our heads about this stuff. And we almost need to unlearn and release, you probably heard before, the baggage essentially that we're carrying around with us. Me becoming an asshole after being the super nice guy was just baggage. And then when I realized, the girl that didn't like me when I was 14 wasn't because there was anything wrong with me, and that I didn't need to be an asshole to get her to win her over. Here's the funny thing. If I actually won her over as an asshole, I would be still disappointed because I realized she doesn't like me for me. She likes me for the show I've been putting on. And I think one of my missions as a relationship coach is to help people stop putting on a show, to develop the skills and confidence to be you, regardless of what people are doing or not doing. I truly believe it's not our job to get people to like us. It's our job to be us and see who likes it. That kind of love and admiration, that's love and admiration you can trust because it's for the real you. But most of us, I would say, are not going out there and dating and communicating. Not even, you could even say this towards jobs and career and family. We're calculating, we're measuring, we're sussing everything out because we're scared, because we feel like we need to protect ourselves, and justifiably so. If you've been hurt before, which pretty much all of us have, you would do that. It's not doing us any favors though. It might be keeping us safe, but if there's no love without risk, then there's no love if we're always making sure that we don't get hurt. There's not even a door for it. So if we want to open up a door for new kinds of love and connection with the relationship we don't have yet or the relationship we already have, we got to discover what ways are we not being vulnerable? What ways are we protecting ourselves and almost trying to get one step ahead of whatever the other person does? That's going to put a ceiling on our level of fulfillment, connection, freedom, love, self-expression, all of it. The funny thing about doing this work is when people make these discoveries, we call them blind spots, they unlock things in every part of their life. It's not just in relationships, it's everything. It's how they approach their health. It's how they approach their work. It's the playfulness of which they get to live their life. Some people even get better at certain sports. It's like, who knew relationship coaching could change that? But in order for us to start to play in this space, we need to look under some rocks we've been scared to look under. We need to get curious. And that's what I do as a relationship coach. I show people with a flashlight, let's look over here. What happened then? What are we making up? What might be going on underneath the surface? See, coaching isn't about telling people what to do. It's about asking you the questions so you can discover for yourself who you really are and what you really want to do. I don't know you. I'm not going to pretend that I do. And if I was to tell people what to do, I'm operating under the assumption that they're the same as me. You've got your own unique skills and abilities and experiences that you've had in your life. And my job is to help unlock those. So if you're curious about support, click the link. We've got a variety of different levels to choose from depending on the kind of support you want and your budget. The link will be here somewhere.